Hello all you beautiful people out there, what is going on? This is your friend Britik coming at you fast with another Call of Duty Advanced Warfare video, and today we are going to be talking about what I believe is the best sensitivity overall to be using in this Call of Duty game. Now, this is opinionated, and you guys know what you are good with. You guys know your own sensitivities that you've been playing since forever, and if you think you like yours better, then by all means stick with it. You don't have to change to this. But from personal experience, and I've been playing since Modern Warfare 2, there are specific sensitivities in every specific game that help you do specific things in those games. So, I'm here to tell you what your sensitivity could be if you want to be good at specific things. So, what's my sensitivity? Well, I play on 4. That's right, 4. I don't play on 17. I don't play on 20. I play on 4. And the popular concept is that the higher sensitivity, the better. And that is not always true. Sure, it helps you in more situations that involve close quarter engagements, more than 4 sensitivity can allow, but you definitely worsen your accuracy at long range. So why is 4 good? The reason I use 4 is because it gives me a good amount of movement on my screen. You know, it's not too sluggish. It's fast enough to where if I see someone to my left, I see someone to my right, I can quickly snap onto them and kill them. I might not be able to do a whole 180 or a whole 360 faster than somebody with sensitivity of 12, but I'm still able to shoot whatever's in front of me. And usually when I'm getting into gunfights, I put myself in those situations where I can only, the enemy can only come from in front of me. So I know how to play using that sensitivity. But anyway, that's besides the fact. The reason 4 is good is because it allows me to do that, and it helps me keep a steady hand when shooting at long range, because when you're shooting at long ranges, your targets are very small, and they move usually not by too much. And if they do, you want to make sure that you can keep a steady hand while guiding your iron sights or your red dot or whatever your sight is, and keep staying on track with that target. And sometimes you have to make really small incremental movements from left to right or something like that. Maybe if you have a sniper, maybe you have an assault rifle, whatever. Just like right here, for example, you would have to make a very small increment from left to right. And if you have 4 sensitivity, that's really easy to make because you don't have to worry about, if you are on sensitivity 18, you don't have to worry about zooming past the guy if you're aiming in too hard to the left or to the right. So your accuracy at long range is definitely way more increased when you have a lower sensitivity, which is very useful in competitive Call of Duty. As a lot of people know, if you do play competitive Call of Duty, you know what I'm talking about. You know that you need to have that really good accuracy if you want to compete with others at longer ranges. So, the usual, I would recommend having a sensitivity anywhere between 3 to 5. Now, I like to play with SMGs. In this game, the SMGs are still kind of weak, so I just stick to assault rifles. But usually I play with SMGs. And if you use an SMG, I would recommend turning up the sensitivity about 1 to 2 higher. So if you would play on 3 with an assault rifle, I would play with 4 with an SMG. If you play 4, I would play 5. For example, stuff like that. Just because an SMG, you usually won't get into too many long-range encounters where an SMG will be viable. So you want to increase your sensitivity a little bit so the SMG could be a bit more viable in close-range situations with its increased sensitivity. And the reason that you don't want to use too high of a thing is because you can actually confuse yourself sometimes with the boost jumping. But again, that's all personal preference. Now, there are still 20 sensitivities like there were in Ghosts. And I'm pretty sure that they have the same increments, but I would recommend, if you're coming from Ghost and you're coming to this game, I would recommend putting your sensitivity up 1 or 2 just because of the boost jumping and just because of how more important the movement is in this game. So in Call of Duty Ghost, my sensitivity was usually on 3, so in this game it's on 4. I could probably bump it up to 5, but 4 seems pretty comfortable for me right now, and that's about it. So again, that's my recommendation, anywhere between 3 to 5, especially if you're playing competitive. If you're pub stomping, do you, boo. Do you. Do whatever sensitivity you like. If you're a trick shotter, quick scoper, no scoper, and you just play on 20 sensitivity because that's what you've been playing on since COD 4, by all means, don't let me change your opinion. But that's what I believe is the best sensitivity. If you don't believe me, try it out, see how you do. And, yeah, comment down in the section below how you do. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.
textbook.